Peace, y'all. My name is Tia Camille, and I want to talk a little bit about alignment. And so instead of offering a guided meditation today, I just really want to talk about alignment and what that looks like, and being like really clear about uh, what you want to be aligned with. So I was having a conversation with my ex-husband, and for those of you who don't know me or haven't known me very long, and maybe didn't even know me while I was like really fully engaged in this particular romantic relationship, this is a person with whom I was romantically involved for 20 years, which essentially is my whole adult life. We met at 18, and then basically until we were both 38, we were in a relationship, a romantic relationship. And so a lot of things took place over that time. As you can imagine, being with someone for so long, you go through a number of different things, some really beautiful experiences, and also some really heart-wrenching experiences. Um, one of the things that I learned, one of the most important lessons that I've learned from being in a relationship with a person for so long is that um, no matter what, we owe it to ourselves. Like, it's our responsibility to be very clear about what we want for ourselves as individuals. And I definitely lost sight of that. And also, I mean, we were both so young. I was so young. For a long time, I didn't really have a clear idea of what I even wanted for myself outside of what I wanted with this person. And so, just more recently, within the last few years, because we were living separately for a number of years, maybe like 4 or 5 years before we actually got a divorce. But like during that time, I started to really get clear about what I wanted for myself, and clear about what I want in my connections with people, whether that's romantic or platonic, like whatever. Pretty much I have the same I have basically the same standards for all of my connections at this point. um but like, it took some time, and it takes like some time to be still, and time to really write out what you want, and it takes time to even like write that list down, right? um and so I've been doing that, and I was in the habit of writing down what I want for my life daily. I, slacked off and got out of that habit. However, I'm picking it back up today. And so the conversation that I had with my ex-husband this morning, as well as my own desire to really make sure that I'm in alignment with what I want, has inspired me to get back into the habit of writing down what I want for my life every single day. Also, knowing that as I evolve and change, some of those things may change from day to day, which is fine. Overall, like, I'm very clear about the main things that I want. Those are pretty much standing, and they're everlasting. Um, so yeah, like, as we were talking, I came to the realization that a lot of times people want a certain thing, or they want certain things for their lives. However, their actions and decisions are clearly misaligned, and are clearly not aligned with the things that they say that they want. And so this is really important. if there are certain things that you want for yourself that you're aligning yourself with, you got to be real mindful of the decisions that you're making, and really take the time to think like, oh, is this in alignment with what I actually want, or is this like a short-term fix, or like, am I like, you know, just being impulsive, or whatever the case may be. Like, really sit and think, like, is this in alignment with what I want? Is this opportunity or experience gonna put me in alignment with what it is that I actually want? um because people are running around and they're saying all kinds of things that they want, but then their actions are the complete opposite, and they're doing harm to themselves. They're doing harm to their own legacy. They're doing harm to the people around them who really genuinely care for them and love them. And that's never a good feeling. We we have a real responsibility to ourselves to hold ourselves accountable and be out here conducting ourselves in the world in a way that is in alignment with what we truly desire. When we are in alignment with that and we are actually like bringing those things forth, all types of amazing shit happens for us, right? We get all these amazing opportunities career wise. We make these beautiful connections with other human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like all is right with the world. And, you know, different things happen like that kind of disrupt that. But at the end of the day, like, when you're in alignment with what you truly want, like, that shit don't even phase you like that. And so it's just very interesting. Like I said, when I was talking with him and seeing where he is in his life, and as he's like being honest and talking about decisions that he made while we were together that clearly were not in alignment with what he actually wanted, and like where that's brought him now, and also having to live and navigate through the consequences of a lot of different decisions that don't necessarily like have anything to do with me or our relationship, but just like in his life in general. And essentially how he's come to be where he is now. It's extremely interesting. There have definitely been times when I made decisions that clearly were not in alignment with what I truly desired. And also, I don't know if I had a clear idea of what I truly desired for myself in the first place. Which brings me back to this practice of writing out what I want on a daily basis. Is really for me to make sure that I am operating in a way that that brings those things to me, because when I'm in alignment with what I truly desire, that brings me closer to the state of bliss, happiness, enlightenment, samadhi, which is, you know, the integration of like all of these different things if you're talking about yoga. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that. So like, really be clear about what you want, and it's okay if you don't know exactly. You do have a general idea of how you want things to feel for you. You have an idea of what you want to feel like in your body. You have an idea of what you want to feel in your spirit, your soul, emotionally, mentally. You have an idea of what you want. You may not be able to like specifically say, I want these things and they're going to look like this and be this color and they're going to come to me in this way. However, you do have a general idea of what you want, in terms of, even if it's something as simple as, I want more peace, I want more ease, I want more love, I want more joy, I want more abundance. You don't necessarily need to know the how. Just be very clear about what it is that you want. Because I'm finding that as I'm very clear about what it is that I want, it's very easy for me to cut off the things that do not align with that. And that feels really good. It feels more like freedom, because I'm not bound to these things that I don't really want to be attached to anymore, or don't want to be attached to in the first place out of like some sense of obligation or whatever. It's like, nah, that ain't in alignment with what I want. So I ain't saying yes to that. Or like, You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. It just has me, the conversation really has me thinking, like, thinking about how important it is to really be in your practice. Um, and your practice can be it encompasses a number of different things. And like I said, it made me say, oh shit, like, let me make sure I'm in alignment with what I want for myself. Um, and get like as clear as I possibly can with that. So when I write down what I want for myself, I write down what I want in terms of my career. I write down what I want in terms of um, more material things like a place to live, a car, how much money I would like to have in my bank accounts, or investments or whatever. I write down what I want in my personal life as far as like my connections with people, whether they're romantic or non-romantic connections, what those people, the different attributes that those people have. Um, and I'm trying to think, what else do I write about? That's pretty much it. Like, I write about the impact that I want to have on the world and what my legacy will be. And that's it. I mean, I get as specific as I possibly can. Um, and yeah, so I'm excited because I have my notebook. I had actually um, finished, like, I completed a whole little notebook with my daily writings. And so now I'm starting this new one that I had made a while back when I used to have a clothing line. This was a shirt that I designed. I designed that graphic. But yeah, so I'm going to start fresh today and write down the things that I want for myself and be as specific as I possibly can. And yeah, and just make sure that I'm in alignment with what I want for myself. That's it, y'all. I wanted to share just a little bit of insight and kind of like, I guess it was kind of like an epiphany. I don't know, but just a few thoughts that came to me this morning. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Um, hit me up with questions. Feel free to comment. And, go to my website, read more about me, what I offer, all of those things. That's it. Thank you so much. My name is Tia Keneal, and as always, I wish you peace, love, balance, and lots of soul. Thank you again for listening and watching. Peace, y'all.